You can't tell me Minecraft is the worst movie of 2025 when Snow White exists. That's right. Warner Brothers' Minecraft movie versus Disney's Snow White, which in theory should be quite a battle, but it's not even a fair fight, and it's pretty hysterical actually to watch.
Minecraft in the United States in one weekend made more money than Snow White has made globally after 3 weekends. That's how bad it is right now.
Literally the only person there. And do you not understand how humiliating this is? Meanwhile, the experience at Minecraft goes something like this.
Chicken
When we look, you can see families were more than willing to go to the box office to support something like the Minecraft movie, while Rachel Zegler's Snow White continues to plunge.
But you don't seemingly like your own character, so she comes off as an insufferable, whiny brat.
Well, we all basically knew that Snow White was going to be a massive failure at the box office because of Rachel Zegler's controversial statement.
And if you disagree with this sentiment, I don't need your business. Thanks.
You know, I don't need your business. You know what? Maybe Disney does. Maybe you're a tool, you're a pawn in this film. You didn't write it, you didn't direct it. You have nothing to do with the creation of Snow White.
Right.
You should shut up and do the job.
Saying that audiences will always line up to see her no matter what she does.
Every premiere and everything I do, people will wait in line to see.
You know what's interesting about all of this is that the only person waiting in line to see Snow White was Rachel Zegler.
Every single one of these reviews is just absolutely brutal. And what you also need to know is that these are not politically driven reviews. I mean, most of them are from the camp that should be supporting Disney, that should be behind this new progressive take on Snow White, and yet they can't because the film is apparently just that bad.
Now, there is no doubt about it that Snow White 2025 is considered by far one of the worst box office failures, not just with Disney, but also in the entire film history when it comes down to live-action remakes.
What happens when a world built entirely from chunky green grass, pixelated pigs, and blocky sunsets bulldozes the studio that practically invented Happily Ever After? On the first Sunday of April 2025, a film about blocks and zombies strutted away with $301 million in just 3 days, while Disney's shiny new Snow White, backed by 87 years of brand equity, could barely scrape together 1/3 of that. Trade analysts gasped, bloggers spiked their coffee, and regular viewers just kept buying creeper print popcorn buckets. In a single weekend, the pixelated underdog didn't just win, it shattered every record for a video game adaptation.
And so let's see how they fared against each other. The Minecraft movie breaks box office record with $300 million global opening, while woke Snow White slips again. Minecraft movie was a big winner, debut weekend, $300 million.
Outgrossing Snow White's entire global tally to date before Sunday supper. Family groups posted selfies in front of Enderman cutouts tagged, "Sorry, Princess, we're with the creepers tonight," while pundits scrambled for explanations. Was the defeat about a culture war, brand fatigue, or simple entertainment value? To find out, we're mining 7 layers deep, block by shiny block, into what Minecraft did perfectly and where Disney misplaced its fairy dust. Start with raw energy, fan energy. Minecraft arrived as the best-selling game on Earth, 300 million copies and untold billions of collective hours.
Turned over 157 million while earning another 144 million internationally. The Minecraft video game was introduced in 2011 and sold more than 300 million copies. So it actually has a fan base, user base, people that care about it. In theory, Snow White should as well. Snow White's the movie that made Disney, the studio. They should have been more cautious and careful with their own IP. It's $1 billion IP. The Disney Snow White, faithfully adapted, would have made $1 billion.
Warner Brothers treated that installed base like a loaded reactor. 6 months before release, they opened a verified Village Square Discord where developers hosted weekly build-offs judged by Jason Momoa, streamed live on Twitch and clipped for shorts. Winners earned life-size diamond sword replicas. Losers got roast tweets from Jack Black. Then came QR scavenger hunts hidden in Lego sets. Scan 1, unlock concept art or a virtual wolf for your Minecraft account. Numbers are nice, but emotional investment earns receipts. Each Discord session averaged 50,000 live participants. Fan art contests blanketed Twitter feeds for an entire quarter, turning marketing work into user content. When pre-sale tickets dropped, AMC's app crashed, forcing an apology tweet that ironically became the platform's top trend for 12 hours. Snow White's pre-sale window opened to polite indifference. The only trending tag was #NotMySnow, and it was mostly arguments.
This is just so typical of the left. The progressives always finding a way to find their way back to doing something not progressive.
President Rachel Zegler also posted, F Trump kinds of posts on social media. She also said that she hoped that Trump supporters, quote, never know peace.
Warner learned the first rule of blockbuster alchemy. Make the audience feel like co-authors, not consumers. But hype alone doesn't guarantee butts in seats, so Warner doubled down. Their marketers majored in memeonomics. The first teaser, a 12-second silhouette of the Ender Dragon blocking out a cube-shaped moon, dropped at 3 a.m. for maximum time zone overlap. No dialogue, no studio logo, just an ominous hiss. TikTok stitched it into metal remixes, math homework, even skincare routines. By sunrise, the #ChickenJockey Challenge, ride a plush chicken through any public space, hit 40 million views. Instead of slapping takedowns, Warner's lawyers tweeted leaderboard updates. When an unsanctioned fan edit mashed the teaser with Taylor Swift's newest single, the studio retweeted it, instantly winning both Swifties and gamers. The meme storm cost peanuts. Analysts estimate its organic reach equaled a $70 million TV blitz. Disney, meanwhile, kept zapping YouTubers who remixed its trailer, reinforcing the idea that the mouse had become the fun police. One film invited fans to play, the other scolded them for caring about tradition. Guess which vibe ruled everyone's For You page? By opening night, the multiplex looked like a worldwide LAN party. Teenagers in neon creeper hoodies chanted the game's Sweden theme outside IMAX doors. Toddlers brandished inflatable pickaxes, and 30-somethings reunited college LAN squads for nostalgic selfies. In Orlando, a live chicken escaped a cosplayer's arms and sprinted down the aisle, triggering cheers that drowned the Dolby Atmos pre-show.
And the cops had to escort the rowdy teenagers out. The Minecraft movie is doing something magical. It's creating a live audience reaction event where people are going to just be part of something to interact with the movie itself. The kind of thing that really creates like a kinetic movement.
Ushers in Austin handed out earplugs when decibel meters topped rock concert levels during the Ender Dragon fight. Cinemas leaned in. Regal plastered lobby walls with pixel mosaics built overnight by local art class volunteers paid in free tickets. Special slushies changed color when shaken. And the time-lapse of audiences discovering the trick pulled 43 million views by Monday. Parents reported the rare miracle of siblings 12 years apart agreeing on a movie. Across the hall, Snow White merch gathered dust. Including a $20 apple-scented candle nobody wanted to lug through a food court. Atmosphere isn't on a spreadsheet, but you could feel it hum. Most important, the writers resisted the urge to reinvent the cube. They anchored the story in Minecraft's survival loop. Punch tree, craft table, build shelter, survive night, but amplified it with cinematic stakes. An Enderman summoned eclipse threatening to freeze the overworld, villagers forging alliances. A ragtag party whose respawn failures become rallying memes. Every frame hides an Easter egg, block-for-block replicas of Hermitcraft landmarks, a blink-and-miss Herobrine cameo, a sheep named Jeb cycling rainbow wool in the background. Composer Lena Raine wove C418 motifs into soaring orchestral cues. Audiences literally applauded when the dulcimer theme Subwoofer Lullaby surfaced over the credits. Snow White went the opposite route, replacing Someday My Prince Will Come with modern tunes, marketed as bold but heard as erasure.
every way that Disney changed the story, it changed it for the worse.
And you know the saying, go woke, get broke, and Disney's going to lose money on this movie. And I believe it only made less than $1 million in China.
Reinvention is fine. Deletion feels like betrayal, and betrayal doesn't sell popcorn. Respect the sandbox and it gives love back. Violate the fairy tale and the apple of apathy takes a bite. Casting sealed the victory. Jack Black, already famous for turning a panda into kung fu royalty, treated press like improv night. On The Tonight Show, he barrel-rolled on stage wearing foam cube gloves, taught Fallon how to hiss like a creeper, and belted a power ballad called Mine Again. Jason Momoa swapped Brood for Goofy Dad energy, challenging TikTok to fastest crafting contests with cardboard and glitter glue. Danielle Brooks told a heartfelt story about bonding with her nephew over Minecraft during lockdown. These moments felt genuine, unscripted, human. Snow White junkets, by contrast, were PR minefields where handlers cut off questions every time Rachel Zegler's past quotes resurfaced. When your lead trends for lecturing the audience instead of hyping them, no amount of mouse ears merch can scrub the vibe. Critics awarded Minecraft a mid-40s Rotten Tomatoes score, dismissing it as pixel fatigue and overgrown children's fare.
You can see here the Minecraft movie has 48% on Rotten Tomatoes, 87% audience score. That's kind of all that matters because these people pay the bills, these people don't.
Audiences bark laughed and posted their ticket stubs beside full auditoriums, lifting the audience score to 87%. That gulf became the story. Thumbnails screamed, "Critics wrong again," over footage of roaring crowds. Even detractors fed the beast. One pundit mocked the film as Lego cutscenes strung together. So gamers stitched rear-row reaction videos showing those very scenes bringing houses down. The hashtag cutscene. This tag boosted search interest 80% overnight. Second-week revenue dropped only 50%. Remarkable today, and still banked 80 million domestic bucks. Snow White bled 61%, lost premium screens, and saw Tuesday matinees canceled for low turnout. Word of mouth isn't always verbal. Sometimes it's a photo of confetti-littered carpet captioned, "Worth the cleanup fee." The aftermath could fuel its own mini-series. Leaked Burbank emails described 2 a.m. Zoom brawls. One Disney faction begged for emergency edits reinstating the poisoned apple suspense. Another insisted on total narrative deconstruction for Disney+. Marketing blamed writers for mixed messaging. Writers blamed trailers that highlighted every controversial line.
Itself. We keep blaming Rachel Zegler, and she's an easy scapegoat. And I think they're scapegoating her on purpose. But the entire movie was trash. All of Rachel Zegler didn't write Snow White. Right? Rachel Zegler didn't cast Snow White. The studio did. It's a Disney problem. Disney did these things.
Meanwhile, Warner Brothers popped champagne, greenlit a sequel before Week 2 totals landed, ordered a Minecraft dark ride for Six Flags, and inked a deal with Microsoft so players can download the film's village as an official adventure map. Hype-feeding game, game-feeding hype. Disney postponed 2 live-action remakes slated for 2026 to retool creative direction, translation. Nobody wants to be the next meme casualty. Hollywood noticed. 2 rival studios fast-tracked Terraria and Stardew Valley movies, each pledging no lectures, just adventure. The market no longer forgives arrogance. It rewards collaboration, wit, and above all, fun. So what does the showdown of blocks versus tiaras teach us? 1. Respect the tribe that built your kingdom. Scold them and they'll walk. 2. Speak fluent meme. Join the joke or become it. 3. Turn every screening into an event. Electric atmosphere prints photos. Photos print hype. Hype prints money. 4. Let the message ride shotgun. Preach quietly. Adventure loudly. Minecraft followed every rule and left the box office diamond rich. Snow White broke them and racked up Redstone-level debt. Whatever flag you fly in the culture wars, the numbers tell a simple story. Joy scalps gloom 9 times out of 10. Audiences don't mind messages, but they despise being lectured. They crave community, Easter eggs, sing-along finales, and maybe a runaway chicken for spice. In the battle of blocks versus tiaras, the tiara forgot why people loved it in the first place, while the blocks threw the biggest digital sleepover since the dawn of online gaming. That's the lesson. Build a party, not a podium, and never underestimate the power of play.